What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Isaiah.
Aaron Jones, Ingrid Frown.
Today we're gonna talk about we finally got our freaking head coach. The New York Football Giants got John Harbaugh.
And how do you feel about that hire?
I gotta be honest. After watching the press conference, seeing how everybody was engaged, seeing how the players was there for him, and he brought up Jackson and how he's gonna build around him and everything is a team effort. I like it. It's a new culture change that we needed. We'll see how it relays on the field. We actually are in search of OCs today. He said that during the press conference. So we shall see.
That's good. Yup, that's very good. I mean, John Harbaugh is, I believe, is something that the Giants need right now because he is a Super Bowl winning head coach. He's done very well in Baltimore. It was kind of a shame that he got fired, but at least he found a new home in New York very quickly. You know what I was thinking about the Giants after the former coach, uh, coach,
Brian Dable.
I thought they would have the administration would have been easy bit, but I feel like the Giants a little bit more time to get on the uh to do so fast. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but
A little
it,
bit.
did you just say you feel like the Giants need a new owner?
Well, you're
No,
not wrong about
no,
that.
no, no. Ah,
A GM.
I just
Oh,
say GM. When the GM very fast than usual because normally I don't know if I was, but I thought it to take a couple more months than this period of time.
oh,
But that
you didn't think we would get the coach we would get John that fast, you're saying?
exactly. And not
You
to just about to try it, I just say it. What is
well
it quick if I open it? Yeah, you just surprised that the Giants got John Harbaugh that quickly. Well, let me just tell you this from what I've heard. The Giants were pushing to get Harbaugh the second he got fired from Baltimore. Even before he was fired from Baltimore, the Giants kind of had a feeling after that loss to the Steelers that things weren't going to go well for him in Baltimore. So they kind of had their eye on him from the get go. And were pushing and pushing and pushing to get him as the head coach from the very beginning. Oh.
and he had meetings with Tennessee, Atlanta, and
Miami.
Miami. He didn't even he told everybody to come to his house actually. He actually physically went to New York when he told
Exactly.
when he told other coaches to come to his house, which was kind of weird
You mean
cuz
teams. You mean
teams
teams. He
teams
told
to
teams to come to his house, but he wanted to go to New York facility. He wanted to
what
go to their facility, but he wanted the Dolphins, Falcons, and Titans to
to
go to
come to
him.
his house.
That don't
That
make no sense.
that's how
Yeah.
you know like people
That
said that's how you know he wasn't interested in the job because most coaches rather would actually want to go see the facilities but he
exactly.
but
Okay, never. But also, Kujo, can I ask you about the structure
of the
of how
contract.
no, the structure of management of how this is all gonna play out and how you feel about it for the
Okay,
Giants.
okay.
Because I don't know if you heard, but I've heard from multiple people, including people on TV and in the news and people online and everybody saying the same thing. So it's a known fact that John Harbaugh will not be reporting to Joe Schoen, the GM. He will be reporting to the owners directly and going over Joe Schoen. And just talking between himself and the owners, not having Joe Schoen involved at all.
I mean, what I've heard from the press conference, it seemed like Joe Shane and him had discussions about the power that be, and he said Joe Shane knows ball. He's really educated on football and the value of team. So he's so compared to what you've heard, I heard the complete opposite in the press. But I
No, wait, tell me what you've heard, because I think we're talking about the same thing. I just might have said it wrong.
My dad taught me that they were the New York Football Giants. They weren't just the Giants of the New York. They were the New York Football Giants, right, Dad? All the way back. One of the most iconic franchises in all of sports. I wanted this job. I think I told you that, Mr. Mayor. I wanted this job. I wanted this job, and to be on the biggest stage in the biggest sport. I know the challenges. I understand the expectations. I know the fans are hungry for a winner. We're here with one mission: to earn the right to be called the world champions in New York. And that's what we plan to do. If I can introduce my wife, Ingrid. I told you, now you're not coming up on the stage. No, you can just say hi. My wife, Ingrid. Our daughter, Allison, she couldn't be here. She's at law school trying to survive right now, so she couldn't make it. She had class today. And my mom and dad, Jack and Jackie, are here. Thanks for being here, Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad taught us to attack this day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, right? We learned that. And that's what we're going to do every single day. Jim and Joni, hey, out there. Jim, we're not in the AFC, Jim. You can breathe easy. But thank you to the Mara and the Tisch families. We had a chance to meet today. It's been incredible to get to know everybody better. Always had tremendous respect for these two families, starting with John Mara at the owners' meetings and all the competition committee meetings. We'd have all these conversations, and it goes way back. I thank them for their confidence and their partnership in this quest to build up our football team. Everyone involved, starting with John, Steve, Julia Koch, who I had a chance to meet today and talk to a little bit more. Chris Mara was a big part of this. Joe Schoen, so many conversations, Joe. Thanks. Just great getting to know you and the great football man that you are. Everybody in the organization has just been great. To the Ravens, I'd like to extend a profound thank you to Steve and Ozzie for the opportunity, for the guidance that they provided every single day, to all the players and coaches who have been unrelenting brothers all along the way through the years. We did great things. Thanks, guys. But now as we begin a new chapter in New York, our focus is simple. It starts with building a team that is physical and tough, that's capable of overwhelming their opponent from beginning to end, and especially at the end, that understands how to finish, that is smart and disciplined, that plays the game the way it should be played, and that everybody watching it, including those playing it, will be proud of. We're going to work together. We got great and talented people to accomplish a shared mission. There'll be a relentless commitment to this organization, to the city, and the fans to do things the right way every single day. Nothing will be taken for granted. It will always, always be all about the team. The team, the team, the team. Thanks, Dad, for that. It'll always be about that. Now it's time to go to work. So with that, what questions do you have? Who's in charge of the questions here? Yeah.
I like his humor.
Congratulations, Coach.
Something
I'm
about
Andrew
the
Rosario, New York
energy is
Beacon
just
News.
different.
2 questions. After
Yeah.
18 years of being a head coach, did you consider taking time off before getting back into the fire? And as you look at this roster, can you tell the fans that they're ready to go to the next level and get to the playoffs?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. As far as taking some time off, I figured I didn't have enough time to take time off. There's no time for that. So just couldn't wait to get back to work. That was never a question, really. Ingrid and I talked about it. Ingrid's ready to go too. So we're fired up, and it had to be the right opportunity. This was kind of the obvious one from the beginning. This was the one, like I said, I wanted, and I wanted it because of that very thing you just talked about. We have an opportunity to go win, and I like these players, man. I had a chance to watch tape. I like the way they play. I like their style. I like how physical and how tough they are. And I know they want to be successful and they want to go to work. So absolutely, we can do that, and that's our plan to do that. The plan is to win every game. I mean, one game at a time. You go into every game planning to win that game. That's our expectation. That's what we will be expecting to do that. But we've got to earn the right to expect that by how we go to work and prepare and what kind of a team that we make ourselves into.
Hey, hey, John, Connor Hughes, SNY. How much of a role did Jaxson Dart play in your desirability for this job, and what do you believe he's capable of long term?
Right.
You
Well, that's a
gotta
great
hear
question
this.
because, the quarterback's kind of important. That's kind of a big deal. And I'm excited about Jaxson Dart, and I've seen your backup quarterback too, Jameis, up close and personal 2 years ago. So I saw him complete a bunch of passes. Yeah, I know. There you go. I saw you. Oh my, remember that game, right? It's a great game for you. And
So Jameis
it
is
starts with
gonna
the
be the
quarterback for sure. I mean, the
backup.
quarterback, the
Yep.
quarterback has got to. You
It's
build your team around
sounding
your quarterback.
like
I mean, you build your team around your players and what they do well. And I like the way he plays. I mean, I like his talent, skill set, all the things he's accomplished. But more than that, I like who he is and what he's about. And to me, he's about football. I mean, this young guy loves football. He wants to talk football all the time, and and that's kind of what I like doing too. So I think we're gonna have a lot of great conversations. And I can't wait to get started with him.
John, Mike Garofalo,
protect
NFL
our
Network.
quarterback.
Through the process, you had a chance to spend a lot of time and talk to Joe Schoen a lot, the guy who just introduced you here. What was it about your interactions with him that led you to believe there's going to be great collaboration and cooperation here?
No question, Mike. Probably the conversations themselves is what led me to believe there would be great collaboration. I mean, obviously, you get to know Joe, and we start talking ball, and you see he's a football man. This is a guy that this guy lives and breathes football. His knowledge is deep. He knows the league. He knows the coaches in the league. He knows the players in the league. Probably knows all the scouts in the league too. I bet. He was impressive to me, and it was just really a joy to talk football and really dig into some of the plans that we might have going forward. See what we can build here. So I was impressed. Very impressed.
That's where I think he's
Hello.
going.
Jackson Thompson, Fox News.
Carlos,
Welcome.
pause that real
Several
quick.
days before you were hired.
That's where I think Joe Shane is actually gonna be involved.
I'm not
Because-
thinking that Joe Schoen is not going to be involved. I might made it sound like he wasn't going to be involved, but I'm not thinking that Joe Schoen ain't going to be involved. Of course he's going to be involved. He has the role of a general manager, putting the team together and everything else. But what I'm saying is, as a coach, he's not going to be reporting to the general manager. He's going to be reporting to Mara. He's
Also,
not going to be reporting to Shane. He's going to be reporting to Mara directly. I'm not thinking that Shane's role is going to change from any other GM. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
I mean, that
Harbaugh's
is
not
actually
going to
possible.
be talking to Shane. I mean, they're going to be on the same page. They're going to be in contact because Harbaugh had to coach the team that he's going to build. So obviously, if Shane doesn't build the team that Harbaugh likes, or if Shane doesn't like how Harbaugh is coaching the team that he built, obviously there's going to be some friction. Those two have to work together in some capacity. But what I am saying is that when it comes to reports and doing actual work, he's not going to be looking for
Joe Shane.
Joe Shane's approval. He's going to be looking for John Mara's approval, not Joe Shane's.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Understandable. Do you guys want to continue watching the video? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
Advocating for you to become the next head coach of the Giants. How does it feel knowing the President of the United States has endorsed you for the job you're about to undertake?
It feels really great. And I'll tell you, I also noticed on that post that he said, "John, take the job." So I thought that John Mara might have something to do with that. I don't know, but it's cool, and it's sports. It's sports, and everybody's excited. Everybody follows it at every level. People follow football. They follow the Giants. They follow the National Football League. Like we said, it's the biggest sport. And this is it's the most iconic franchise in the biggest sport. So here we are.
No comment.
John Ryan Dunleavy from the New York Post. What are you looking for in your coordinators and your position coaches, and when will those interviews start, including anybody who is, retained on staff?
Which is
Well, we'll start tomorrow with the interviews. Obviously, great coaches, I believe, on this staff that we're looking forward to talking to people all across the league, talking to people in Baltimore, obviously too. We're going to try.
I wanted to pause that real quick because I wanted to throw my 2 cents in real fast.
Okay. Can I just ask you a question before you put your 2 cents in?
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure you understand because you're pretty brand new to the game. Do you know what he's asking about when he says coordinators and position coaches and stuff like that?
I thought he was asking about the offensive coaches. I was going to ask you because I know we reported on it last week. Is it still true that he's considering bringing over his offensive coach from the Baltimore Ravens?
So, as far as I know, it's likely that he might bring Todd Monken over, but also Todd Monken has been getting calls for head coaching positions himself. So in the event that he does take a head coaching position, John Harbaugh will have to look elsewhere for offensive coordinator. But if John Harbaugh gets to Monken first before he accepts any head coaching positions, then I could see Monken going to New York as
Okay.
their
You, you
offensive
know who I would
coordinator.
actually like for them to hire as OC if this is possible. I don't know if you
Jesus.
have experience as an
Jesus.
OC.
Huh?
Go
Did you
ahead,
just say
Carlos.
cheese stick?
No, I said Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. No, Jesus cannot be offensive coordinator. Oh my god, guys.
1 second.
Guys can get out there and play with a lot of confidence. Just cut it loose and play fast, and that's what we're going to try to do, and try to bring a bunch of coaches in there that are capable of building that. We're going to do that.
Bruce Beck, NBC4 New York. John, how do you build a winning culture, and how long will it take for this team to win?
That's the second part's impossible to say, but I'm planning on day one, so that's what we'll be shooting for. That's what we'll be working for, and fully expect it to happen.
And he was just on my TV screen a couple
Chris,
minutes
how do
ago.
you Chris, how do you build a winning culture? And how long do you expect this team to last until they win?
He said day one. I mean, you could definitely build a winning culture just by being a coach, and bring your own winning culture in. But I don't know if they're necessarily going to win right away. They're probably going to win in the next. I would say they'll make it to the playoffs. If they make it to the playoffs this coming year, they'll make it to the playoffs next year. But I see them winning like maybe one championship in the next 5 years with John Harbaugh.
I say 2028 might be their year. I don't know if they're gonna win the whole thing, but I say 2028.
I say either 28 or 29. I say it would be way before 2020. But back to what I was trying to ask you, Carlos, is do you understand what he means by coordinators and position coaches and stuff like that?
To an extent, yes.
So let me just break it down for you.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna explain it to you in terms of basketball, because I
Mhm.
think this might be the easiest way to explain it.
Okay.
So in the NBA, you have a head coach and you
Mhm.
have three assistant coaches. One,
Mhm.
two, three assistant coaches.
Mhm.
In the NFL, you have your head coach. Then under him, you have your two coordinators, your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator.
Mhm.
Basically, like your assistant coaches, but one handles the offense and one handles the defense, where the head coach oversees everything. And
Okay.
then under them, you have your position coaches, where each position on the field has their own coach that the players learn from or go to for advice. So you have your quarterbacks coach, your wide receivers coach, your tight ends coach, your offensive tackles coach, your linebackers coach, your safeties coach, your cornerbacks coach, your and your special teams coach, and
Mhm.
and under coordinators, I forgot about special teams coordinators too. So like under the coordinators, you have like other coaches that handle one position each as well.
Gotcha.
So you really have like a ton of coaches on a football team, because you got to think there are 53 players on an NFL roster.
Right.
So for an NFL team, you basically have around to about say 13 to 14 different coaches. You have the head coach, then the offensive defensive coordinator, and also the special teams coordinator who's in charge of the special teams. And all special teams means is your kicker, your punter, and then whatever running back or wide receiver kind of carries the ball in once they receive it from the punter. Because
Gotcha.
that also counts as special teams. Like
Gotcha.
on the Miami Dolphins, like Braxton Berrios is a wide receiver. He was a wide receiver on the Miami Dolphins 2 years ago before he went to the Houston Texans. And he was on special teams because even though he really didn't catch the ball from the quarterback that often, he would catch the ball from the punter and run it up so they could start the drive further along on the field.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
So you got your 3 coordinators, and then each position has their own coach. So it's kind of like a pyramid. Kind of like a pyramid of coaches. But the head coach is the big guy in charge.
Makes sense.
And then everybody above him is just basically front office staff. But the head coach is basically the main guy in charge on the actual field. He's everybody put the blame on, everybody who that everybody congratulates. He's the one that makes or breaks the team. He's basically
So
the backbone of the team.
so
There is
when
no team without the head coach.
so when the Giants go 0-6 at the beginning of the season next year, we know who to blame.
Correct.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah.
That you know. Okay, I'm gonna be civilized.
Carla. Did Carlos not have a point?
I'm just asking you a question, KJ.
You both got a point. You're the only one that acted up about it.
Yeah.
I'm
And,
acting up.
and when the Giants go 4-14, we also know who to blame. I'm sorry, 4-13.
When your Dolphins go 1-15, I won't say anything. I would just say,
I'll be happy about that. Because then hopefully we'll get the number pick. And when the Bears
you
don't
talk
make it to
about
the playoffs, we'll know who to blame too. We'll blame Ben Johnson.
Hey, we made it this year, okay? We made it,
You,
okay?
Carl, stop me, okay?
and Carlos and AJ. What are you talking about? Didn't your team blow a 21-point lead
Yeah,
in
they
the?
did.
Well, shit happens. I am complaining. Shit happens. Yeah, I don't know why, but I keep forgetting that the bye week is not calculated into the record. That's why I ended up saying 4-14, and I'm like, that's not right.
No,
It's
it's the bye
4-13.
week. The bye weeks are never calculated though.
I know, because they don't get played. Because there's 18 weeks, but you only play 17 games. So your record always has to add up to 17.
Let's continue watching this, and then whatever the last thing is that we all decide to pause
Yeah.
on will probably be our last thoughts
I,
on this video.
I was just gonna say football is not like any other sport. Because any other sport, you add up all the games, and then that's your record. But in football, it's different because you have 1 week out.
Yep.
Yeah, bye week or not.
Okay.
Also, could you, doing this to specifically cut directly to the video after I do this? My prediction: they're going 0-8 at the beginning of the season.
No. I think they go about. Well, you know what? We'll save this when we do the schedule release video
Yeah, that's true.
in March or May or whenever the schedules come out.
It's
That's
usually
true.
before the draft.
No, it's usually about like 2 weeks after the draft.
So about in
So, like you said, March or May.
yeah.
The draft is in like the end of April, so it should be like the beginning of May.
Okay.
You are our Instagram. It will when it posted, I will post it there.
35 minutes. We're doing good actually.
You build anything together.
It's
Build it from the inside
echoing.
out. It's going to be a reflection.
I know.
Culture is kind of a crazy word. What does it really mean? It's a worldview. It's a shared understanding. It's a vision. It's everybody being on the same page. It's talking the same language, all these kind of things, same values, same type of values, same type of beliefs, right? Okay, that's like a social studies class maybe we're talking here. So what is it in football? It's a bunch of guys that see the game the same way. It's a bunch of guys that want to play the game together the same way. It's a relentless brotherhood, having each other's back, being unwilling to give up because that guy next to you is unwilling to give up. All these things that these guys believe in. We'll decide what the culture looks like together every single day by what we do together. All right. And that's how you build it together.
Hey, John, Tom Rock from Newsday. How are you? One of your early mentors was Andy Reid, who has gone on to have a pretty successful second act in his career.
Pretty fair.
I'm sure you've spoken to him. What were some of the tips and maybe advice he gave to you about changing from one organization to another and finding that success?
And he's a man of few words. And his 4 words to me were, change can be good. That's what he said. Change can be good. And he was excited. He's fired up for us.
But Cujo, I got a question for you. Stop the video, Carlos.
You want everything in Baltimore, obviously. You want to
Please stop the video. I just think it's funny now that he said that, and now Cujo, like a lot of other Giant fans probably think now that they're probably gonna become the Kansas City Chiefs. Just because Andy Reid did it once, that John Harbaugh can do it.
Not likely. I'm realistic, but I'm saying
You just said, and I quote, yes, please, yes, please.
Yes, please. I would like that to happen.
Hey, Cujo, I want to put this into your head. If that does happen, that means they'll have like a 4 or 5 year good run, and then they'll end up like this year where they don't even end up in the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, I got
you don't realize how long we've been in the doldrums since we've been in the doldrums since time. We've been in the doldrums since Tom Coughlin. So I'll take 4 or 5 years.
I got a question. And then you might never get it again.
I don't give a rat's ass. Excuse my language. But
Cujo, real quick.
What?
I got a question for you. The answer is what about the team getting good? What if the offense wanted in the upcoming season in your opinion?
Say it again. Say it one more time.
I reiterate, but he basically if we need to get a new player, basically if he has to get a new player and drop another, would it be worth it in your opinion? What the fuck? I'm sorry, what?
He's referring back to something that John said in the video, which I can't remember to myself right now.
But what did AJ
But
say?
AJ basically said, would it be worth it to drop another player to get a new one? But I would say yes, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. I think
forgot what he said because it was alone. John Harbaugh is talking about something very good. He's trying to build a very fundamental family-like structure within the Giants. That is a very good way
but
of
he
looking at it.
might drop a couple of people that
you
have to keep in mind about that.
Of course, not everybody is going to stay.
we can't keep everybody. If that's what you're saying,
Yeah.
we cannot keep everybody. We have the value. Like Russell Wilson is definitely gone. What I've heard, what I'm hearing, it sounds like Jameis Winston is staying to be.
Yeah, Jameis Winston is saying, Jaxson Dart is saying, Russell Wilson could be gone. If that's the case, I'll take Russell Wilson on Miami.
Damn.
I'll take that. I'll take that right away.
Great deal. You were absent on Tua.
Come on. Tua has been shit for the last couple of years. Zach Wilson could barely throw. And Quinn Ewers still needs to develop.
So what you say is the government is trash.
Exactly. Trade Tua.
But I said that to
hold on. Here's what you do. You trade Tua. You either trade or release Zach Wilson. You either trade or release Tua. You trade or release Zach Wilson, and you keep Quinn Ewers, but you don't start Quinn Ewers because he's not that experienced. Because I wouldn't trust him as a starting quarterback. and you go get a starting quarterback on the market, ergo Russell Wilson, come to Miami.
What I'm gonna say to burst your bubble a little bit. You know, Tua is still under contract next year, right? So
Oh, I
yeah,
know. That's why I said trade his ass.
you can't do it until you cannot do it until the following year. That's what I'm saying. In his contract, you can't trade him until next year.
That's fine. Okay, release Zach Wilson, have Tua be the backup, and still get Russell Wilson.
Oh my god.
God damn.
I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts in the comments down below?
That's what I'm saying. Have Tua be the backup then. Don't start Tua.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
wait, when Russell Wilson gets crushed in week 3, what do you do? What do you do then?
I mean that only happens with
Hey, I would rather Russell Wilson get a concussion than Tua. Tua's been through enough.
God.
Before the OTK.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. My name is Lynn Carlos Hernandez. That is Isaiah Cujo. That is Christopher Allen down there somewhere in the
right here.
And then we have been the Bro Council. Thank you so much for watching. And
Like,
Cujo,
subscribe, share.
one last thing. It's about the long term, not the short term. So think like a coach, don't think like a fan. That has been our thoughts, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, what do you
Good
mean?
luck to this man.
Hold
Good
on, what
luck
do you
to this
mean?
man.
What?
I say good luck to this man.
Oh yeah, definitely good luck to him.
He's gonna need all the luck he has and much more.
Mark my word, John Harbaugh might be the best coach that the Giants have so far. He might be their best hire.